Updated news. I'm going to try to do a few short videos. I'm still not feeling 100%. I'm getting better, but I'm going to do a few short videos to have something to put on the channel for you guys. I was reading the paper this morning, the happy paper, from about updates of Marsh Bend, which is down by the Finney area. For those of you that don't know, the Finney area, we always call it the Finney area. Actually, Finney is just a village down there. That was the first one they built, so everybody calls it the Finney area. So you got Marsh Bend, Linden, and all them areas down there. Marsh Bend is one of the newer areas that they're building in. They only have one restaurant down there, and for as many people that live down there, they need a lot more. They need more down there. Those people don't have golf cart access yet. Getting close though to the rest of the villages, so they got to get in their cars. It's just an inconvenience, really. It's not a big thing. They got to drive up to Brownwood. That would be the closest area for them to go out and have a bite to eat if they don't want to eat at the same restaurant day after day. There's other places they can go, but I'm sure a lot of them come down to Brownwood for the entertainment and the movie theaters and so on and so forth, and they have dinner and maybe breakfast or whatever while they're down there. Well, now this is nothing new. They did this at Lake Sumter when they were building Lake Sumter. They did this at Brownwood when they were building Brownwood. And they're doing this now at Marsh Bend, which makes you kind of wonder sometimes. They put the food trucks around Lake Sumter Square area before almost anything was even built down there. And that's where the square ended up being. Same thing at Brownwood. They had the food trucks all around Brownwood, really before they built much of anything down there. And then that's where the square ended up being. I'm not trying to read anything into this. It's just food for thought. Okay, food trucks adding spice to Marsh Bend. Edna's on the Green will provide covered seating. Jessica houses. Well, let me just read the article. Where is the article? Okay, one of the coolest trends in dining is coming to heat up the culinary scene in the villages this summer. 2 gourmet food trucks will soon offer residents and visitors open-air breakfast, lunch, and dinner in one of Florida's most picturesque spots. Edna's Provisions and Victuals and Rita's Casino Mexican Restaurant Pavilion will provide covered seating. Edna's will serve locally sourced southern food and barbecue. Ooh, great, more barbecue. And just like the other one, I'm sorry, ooh, great, more Mexican. Seems like that's all you get around here when people come around. It's always another barbecue restaurant, another Mexican restaurant. You know, here we are in Florida, and we don't have any good seafood here in the villages. I mean, the best place right now, arguably, would be 1 or 2 places, I guess. It would be the Bluefin restaurant. Seafood restaurant out there by the Lighthouse. What's it called? Lighthouse restaurant? I think that's something like the Lighthouse restaurant. They have seafood there too. I've been to both places several times. Is it good? For being in Florida, let me tell you, if it doesn't come off the Cisco truck, you're not going to get it to eat. So is it fresh? I don't think so. Is it frozen? I think 90% of it is. Mexican food truck will be stationed in coming weeks at Cattail Recreation Area in the village of Marsh Bend. So that's where they're going to be. They're going to be stationed at the Cattail Recreation Center for these food trucks. Rita's will offer tacos, burritos, and authentic recipes from the southern Mexico state of Oaxaca. Edna's is named from both grandmothers of Jordan McDonough. This is getting way too complicated to read for me. Sounds like an advertisement more than anything. Oh my God, this is a long article here. are also talking about the first residents move into Linden and Monarch Grove. So apparently they're moving in those two areas. Those are some of the two newest areas of building down there, and people are moving in already. You know, you guys think I know everything about what's going on. I don't. I don't go down there that much, and when I do go down there, I take the day, and I'll drive around all the new areas, and I try to point out things that I notice. The only reason I would even know what neighborhood I'm even in is there has to be a sign there saying the Village of DeSoto, the Village of Linden, and then I know kind of where I'm at. But once you're inside these villages, so to speak, the roads kind of meander around. And you might go from one village, say the Village of Monarch, for example, and then you might drive around the roads looking at the houses, looking at some of the newer construction and kind of getting a feel of what's going on there, and then turn left on a road, and next thing you know, you're in the Village of Monarch, which might be right next door to Linden. Now, don't take me for word here. I'm not telling you. I don't know. But you don't know you're in Monarch because on the inside roads, they don't really have a dividing line, just like Hillsboro here. You come in the Village of Hillsboro, and you're going to find out that on Hillsboro Trail, as you go down this road, there is at least, I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 different villages off of Buena Vista and between Morris Boulevard in here. It's not just Hillsboro. You got Dunedin, you got Lake Deaton, Hillsboro. Down the road down here, I think it might be Fernandino down here down as you go toward Morse Boulevard, Fernandino, the Village of Fernandino. And I can't think of the other ones down there. But anyway, it's so when you drive around in our roads, other than ours, we're in section, I forget what the section is now. I used to know. 2 something something. We call it the peninsula because our roads don't meander and connect with any other part of the Hillsboro area except Hillsboro's. Matters of fact, there's another part of Hillsboro, actually 2 other parts of Hillsboro we don't even connect with. So we always kind of like being in this little peninsula area here. So that way we don't get a lot of meanderers meandering through that really have no business being here, so to speak. Other than, you know, if they're looking to buy a house. I'm going to do a video. I got several questions. I don't really know how to answer them. I don't want to, you know, I don't want to be too critical, even though, you know, I don't want to also hold back either on the truth the way I see it to you people. I still feel like if you're going to come down here and drop $250,000 or more in a piece of property, you should know everything that's going on, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Because it's just what it is. I wouldn't want to spend $500,000 on a house and then get here and find out, oh my gosh, I didn't know about this over here. If I'd have known that, I would never have bought here. So I just try to point out all the good, all the bad, and some of the ugly. And I'm going to do a video on the top 3 things that I know happens in the villages that I think are bad. And that's just my opinion of bad. You take it for what it's worth. But anyway, I'll be doing that video, so, you know, stay tuned for that one. So anyway, you got some food trucks going on down there down around Marsh Bend. And, any little bit helps, I suppose, but they need more than that down there. I believe a lot of this is planned, that they're not putting things down there immediately, because as that fills up, especially in the wintertime, these people need some place to go buy groceries. These people need a place to bank. These people need to be able to buy gas. These people need to be able to go out to restaurants. They don't have any down there but one. I've been to that restaurant. Nothing against the restaurant. Nice restaurant. Not near big enough to handle the population down there. But I believe that's by design, because it's forcing them people to fill up the restaurants and the grocery stores and the movie theaters that are here. Hey, listen, I used to invest money in property. I understand. I don't have nothing bad to say about that. As a business investor, that's probably smart to do that. And then as the population gets so big where the restaurants and the movie theaters can't really handle things, when all the empty buildings that's not leased out yet are all leased out, at that point maybe we consider adding on. You know, what can you say? I can't say anything bad about it. But as a person that lives here, or people that were not here where I'm at, I'm talking about people basically living in the Finney area, I can see where it'd be frustrating for them. They don't have golf cart access. They got to get in the car every time they want to go somewhere. That's not what the Villages is all about. But they knew it before they moved in down there. I understand. It would just make life so much nicer, so much easier for them if they had things down there where they didn't have to drive their car so much, and they could just get in a golf cart, go to the local restaurant, go to the local bar, and you know, meet up with their friends, their neighbors, and have lunch or dinner or whatever, play some golf, go have a beer without getting in the car and loading everything up to go somewhere. So it would just make life a little nicer. But as time goes on, things will get better. Well, with that being said, let me get out of here and try to get some of these videos cut for you guys for this week. And as always, I'll see you guys on the other side.